Leeds.
Hello, welcome back to Imagine Not Me Leeds. I got Leeds versus Middlesbrough preview ahead of the game at Elland Road. Cannot wait for it. I'm going to it, and it's probably the most excited I've been for the game this season at Elland Road um, since the Sheffield United game. But yeah, there aren't many matches in the Championship that really get my juices flowing. If I'm honest, we have bigger fish to fry, and we're always looking ahead, aren't we? Sometimes you forget to enjoy the now. But I'm definitely going to enjoy tomorrow night. It's going to be hopefully a really good game. I want Middlesbrough to come and I want them to play and I want a side to really test us and see what we can do at Elland Road. Say Burnley went got away with some spoils at Elland Road earlier in the season, and I know Portsmouth on opening day took a point away, but we've been the best side by some distance in every home game, regardless of results. And it'd be really good to see a side come and open up and really play and see what we're capable of. Because I think if we bring our A game and they're attacking and they're playing with their philosophy, which we know Michael Carrick does, he don't deviate from that plan. There could be a lot of spaces and a lot of opportunities for Leeds to score plenty of goals. I mean, I was just looking and in terms of goals scored, everybody thinks Middlesbrough's exciting. They've scored, beat teams with fives, sixes, and fours, and plenty of games this season where they've thumped their side. And Leeds, have been called boring on a number of occasions. Well, we've scored 33 goals apiece, so we're not too boring, are we? And we haven't put fives and sixes past people. We've scored three, four. We've had many good performances, many steady performances, but still same amount of goals scored as Middlesbrough have. And yeah, it should be an end-to-end game. This. What we'll say about Middlesbrough is they do concede goals. I mean, they've conceded 22, but we've only conceded 13. So you had your bets there, and end to end game. You'd like to think we've got more about us at the back. I know they've got Luke Ayling. He hasn't. I don't think he started for the last two. He's been on the bench. Um, but we all know about Luke Ayling's qualities. And yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see if he starts tomorrow. It could be really really interesting to see what kind of reception he gets. I'm sure he'll get a really good one from Leeds fans. A legend for club, and whether he starts or he's on bench, he'll get tears. I'm sure from all four stands. Yeah, they've got some good players. Middlesbrough. I mean, Hayden Hackney is a really good midfielder. I really rate Hayden Hackney. Very tricky player. Ben Doak is, Liverpool let him go, and you look at him now, and he could be, he's a real talent, and he could have a really good future. We all know about Latte as well, and I think he'd be a perfect player for Leeds United. To be fair, I think he's got everything we need. He's got the pace, he's got the power, he's a good finisher. So he's someone I'm nervy of. I know he hasn't started in the last two as well. I think him and Ayling have both been benched for the previous two games. I don't know if that's rotation. I don't profess to know much about Middlesbrough in terms of week by week, but yeah, I mean if they're both bench options, it's decent problems for Carrick in him. Playing a last quality coming off a bench. He came off the bench I think against the League Cup as well. He didn't start that game, but that's that's when a lot of Leeds fans are getting PTSD with this fixture. It's a game at Elland Road against Middlesbrough. We expect to win. We expect to win every game at Elland Road. It's not urban arrogance. It's just the quality we have. But what I will say is this game is really worrying a lot of fans. There's a proportion of the fan base that would take a point now if you offer them it. I'm not one of them. I think we're good enough to win, and I'd rather gamble on going for the 3 points. I think if we get it right, then no one can live with us home or away. Away from home, we haven't got it right, and hence why we've had some dodgy results. I think if we bring close to our A game, in every game, then we're going to be very hard to beat. And at Elland Road, it's become a fortress. We just go on these runs. We went on these runs last year as well, where I think we've won 6 in a row, 7 in a row now, and we just don't concede at home. We don't concede chances at home. The amount of saves Melior's had to make at Elland Road this season have been honestly, you can count on one hand, you can count on one finger sometimes. You see Melior stood 20 yards outside his box just stretching while Leeds have got balls, just passing it around. And we're really good at controlling games. Best form of defence is that you just keep on attacking sometimes, and Leeds are really good at just holding ball and just moving it left to right. And we do create a lot of chances, sometimes not gilt-edged chances, but we do create a lot. I mean, it was a 2-0 game, a very controlled against Derby, as we know. I think it was 16 or 18 shots in that for Leeds, yeah. I think only 6 on target, but still, we are creating chances, we are having a go. and I expect there to be plenty of chances in this game for both sides. So Melier will have stuff to do in this game. I think Melier is going to have a good game to keep a clean sheet, especially. I never tip Leeds to concede. I'll never tip Leeds to lose in this division, that's for sure. Might tip an away draw in future, depending how form is. But so far, since I've had my YouTube channel, I've always thought I tipped a Leeds win. This is no different this fixture, but I am going to tip us to concede. I think it could be 3-1 Leeds. I think there'll be plenty of goals in it. I've sort of got end to end in my head, 1-1, and then towards the end of the second half we get a couple of goals. I just feel like if it is a tight game, even though I think it'll be end to end, I don't think it'll be cagey. I think it could be a tight game. It could be 1-1, 2-1 for a violent game maybe, but I feel like the bench is just massive for Leeds now. I mean, if we go with Solomon and James again, you bring in Dono and Ramazani on, Joseph on if Pido starts. However we mix it up there, we're bringing on equal levels of quality, if not more levels of quality with our substitutes. I mean, that bench is just ridiculous. So I think in the offensive side of the game, Leeds have got more than enough to score 2 and 3, plus goals in this game. Defensively, at Elland Road, we are sound. These are going to give us more to think about them than probably anyone else has at Elland Road this season. The big kicker for Leeds in general today is hearing the news that Firpo's out for 4 to 6 weeks. We won't see him now till New Year. It's a big miss. With his suspension and now his injury, it's a bit of a long layoff for him. So when he comes back, he's going to have to get match fit as well, and not ideal because as we know, Firpo's been one of his most consistent performers since the Premier League days. Since we've been in Championship, we've been outstanding. Now you're looking at Max Vober potentially playing there or Byram because he's now fit. Problem with that is we find out Bogle's took a knock as well and he hadn't trained, so he'll be a late fitness check. He may well play. They might risk it, but they risked it with Firpo and now he's out for longer. I don't think it was the same injury, but it'll be interesting to see what happens if Bogle's out, especially. I would think Byram goes to right back and Rober starts at left back. But you've also got Isaac Smith in there, who Leeds fans have been dying to see. Is he a wing back? I don't know. He's played on the wing, so I don't know if he fancies in there or not. But there's a conversation to be had now that he's right there. With an opportunity of playing now, especially with Firpo out and Bogle potentially being out, and your backup being Byram as well, whose injury record at Leeds hasn't been too bad for what we expected of him, but it's still not ideal. So yeah, it's typical, isn't it? We get all those wingers back. Ampadu comes back into the side as well. Thickens out that bench, and then we lose Firpo and potentially Bogle as well, all in one go. So it's just typical. Yeah, it's not massive lengthy layoffs. I think Firpo we can sort of cope with, but we are definitely going to lack going forward. I do think Vober played brilliant against Derby. It surprised me that working in that left side. But against Middlesbrough can be a totally different game. Woburn ain't going to be able to just play up top like he did. I mean, at one point he was playing like a second striker. He's going to have to be very cautious on that left-hand side. If we lose a ball high up, Middlesbrough in transition are one of the best sides in this league. They've got pace, power. He's going to have to get up and down that left side, which he didn't really have to do against Derby. He was able to sort of go high against Derby. And if we lost the ball, he didn't have to bust a gut really to get back, because we just won the ball back so easily with ease and started another wave of attack. So it's going to be a tricky game, I think, for Pascal Strauch. He's going to have to be on it, switched on, because I do think there'll be times Boba gets caught out. But if in spells where he is in his own half and we are not sitting deep as such, but if we do invite Middlesbrough on and we are, he's in position, one-on-one defending, he's going to be more than a match for whoever's facing him, because he's an Austrian international. He plays centre half. He can definitely do that side of the game. It's my worry is the getting up and down, what Firpo does. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. That's probably the worst news, we could have had in the press conference today, that both wing backs are likely to be out. Hopefully Bogle's not, but it's like, if Bogle is out, it's quite a lot of change out to your back four. So hopefully he can play, and it's just that Firpo who's out, and obviously Wober did a good job. So all I can do is take it on face value and think he's just had a really good game, scored a goal, his confidence will be high. But like I say, with PTSD, we know what we were like against Middlesbrough in that first game. context. Jorginho announced they were leaving just before they went out, so I understand there were reasons for that. A lot of changes, but they also had changes. I think we had 7, they had 6 for that League Cup game. But yeah, I'm hoping, as a Leeds fan, I aren't too bothered about getting knocked out of the League Cup as of yet. I'm not. I was pissed off at the ground. I paid. I went to the game. I was annoyed, but looking back, I aren't too bothered about that cup. To be fair, if we can go up this year, but the players will be. The players got embarrassed that day. The players who played on pitch that day got embarrassed by an away team coming Elland Road and put far too many goals past them for a 90-minute performance at Elland Road. It weren't right. And as a professional footballer, as a professional in any industry, you want to better your last time out, and if someone's come and done that to you, you definitely hopefully going to have that feeling that you want to a bit of payback, and hopefully that's something that'll be in back of the mind. It should be big enough motivation anyway. 3 points, on offer playing at Elland Road, and wanting to keep that sort of fortress going. But sometimes these added little niggles at back of your mind sometimes can help you as well. And I really hope that they come out and it's a statement win if Leeds can get all 3 points here. This is a game where your Sheffield United, your Burnleys, your Sunderlands are looking at this game thinking Leeds have got Middlesbrough on Tuesday. This could be a struggle. They could drop points. Just like I'd had to focus on league and other results. I don't really watch much of a football bar Leeds anymore. I used to watch loads, but I aren't too bothered now. And I don't really look at the table so much. I just take it game by game, and I'm just so engulfed in Leeds United. It is what it is. But a lot of fans do watch games. I mean, you've got people like Joe and other content creators of Leeds who do watch-alongs for the rivals, because it's a massive talking point. It's a massive interest of ours to see how they're getting on. So best believe that they'll all be watching our game against Middlesbrough, thinking this is a game Leeds can drop points. A lot of them might not be thinking we'll lose, but they'll definitely think, oh, they could come away with a point there, come Middlesbrough, 100%. And I have to agree with them, 100%. Look, from outside looking in, this is a game with two really, really good attacking sides, brilliant attacking sides at this level. And Middlesbrough, will be more than a match for us in that instance. So yeah, it's going to be a great game if you're a neutral. I'm sure it'll be a good game for you when there's no emotions involved. But for us, it could be a bit of a nervy one for us. But I love these games. I love games where I don't really know what's going to happen. The Derby one, I sort of knew what was going to happen. I expected more goals, but I could see how the game was going to play out. This one, honestly, I've got no clue. We could win 5-0, we could lose 5-0. Honestly, I've got no clue. My tip is 3-1, and I'm expecting a really good game. Really good game, really good advertisement for the championship, which we know, it throws out some brilliant games at times. We can argue about the league not being the best, the best in terms of level of quality and things like that. But I think it does throw out occasionally some really good games, and this is going to be a belter. This one, I don't see it being a 0-0 or 1-all. I think there'll be plenty of goals and plenty of chances, and I'm really got an eye on Melier tomorrow. I'm really hoping he can stand tall and have a good game, because he gets a lot of clean sheets. It's a lot of time it's more of a collective. It's not just for Melier. Although I feel bad saying that, he's a great stat for a goalkeeper as a clean sheet, but a lot of time it's that defensive unit and he hasn't got much to do. I'm hoping tomorrow he can get a clean sheet, and he'll have he'll have a big part in that, because he's got to make saves tomorrow. There's no way we're keeping them to no shots or just a couple from outside box. There's just no way. It's going to be a really good game. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm almost at 400. By the time this goes out, I might hit 400. So thanks for all the support so far. It's been brilliant. A lot of new subs these last couple of days. It means a lot. And yeah, hopefully big 3 points tomorrow. Thank you. Take care.